Hello. Hi. Okay, it finally came up. So, I want to welcome everybody to another video of State of Decay 2. There's a couple of things that we're going to do in this video. We're probably not going to have any real gameplay. I'm just going to be going over information. So, I need to go over the options menu. A lot of that's personal preference of what you want to have, but I do want to show it so you can know what's there. And then we're going to go back to the wiki and we're going to go over Meagher Valley's map. We're going to look at the bases, various bases that it has, why you would choose another base over another base, and I will show you and tell you why one of the smaller bases and not the biggest base is actually the best base pretty much period in the game almost. And if you're wanting to make influence cash basically, and I'll go over that with you. So let's go over to the settings. So this is the settings of the game. We've got gameplay, multiplayer, controls, accessibility, HUD, video, advanced video, audio, and help and support. So gameplay is where stuff like your subtitles, the controller vibration function. If you have a controller, you can play this game with the controller. It was originally released on the Xbox. There's two ways you can now own the game. You can own the game through Steam. You can own the game through Games Xbox, which also allows you to play it on PC in their Xbox Pass thing. It's always available, so you can just transfer your save into the cloud and resume playing on the PC if you wish to. In unusual zombies is a thing of there's kind of special zombies that pop up every now and then. They don't do anything different, but there are some special ones. One's like dressed as a clown. One's got a cone head on it. That's kind of like from a nod to Plants vs. Zombies. And there's various other ones. It's just special zombies that'll show up every now and then. I think we saw one in our first video, or where we, right after we got the car and headed towards the gun shop. I think I ran over a conehead zombie, if you remember in that video. Enable finisher prompts on zombies. I've just always just left this on. I've never really worried about it. What it does is when the zombie is on the ground, it'll tell you to press E to finish off the zombie. You can turn that off if you wish to. You can hide the character's backpack so they don't have backpacks on when they're running around. Use camera to target interactions, so you always choose whichever one you want. It's personal. I've just always left it at default. Roll credits just shows the credits of the game if you wish. Then we have aim assist. This does affect mouse and keyboard, so do whichever one you want. I just leave it on normal, but you can turn it to none if you wish to. Auto camera tracking on foot, auto camera tracking in vehicle, so the camera will just kind of center on you when you're moving around. Aim on movement stick, that's for controller, so if you have a controller you can use you can aim with the control movement stick. Replace rapid button tap with hold down button down. So as you saw in a couple things, when a zombie grabs you, it tells you to click your left mouse button really quickly. This would just take it where you just held it down. That's for people if you want accessibilities, I would say, just like this here. And then we have replace hold to aim with aim toggle, so instead of holding to aim with the right click, you would just press it and you would always be aiming until you press it again. You can remember aim zoom level if you have like a scope on your weapon and stuff like that, so it can zoom in and out. Reduce auto camera movement. I've never really messed with this. You can figure out if you wish to have that on. I've just left that off. Subtitle scale, so scales of the subtitles and things like that. Multiplayer is where the multiplayer stuff is. You can turn on host a multiplayer game if you wish to. You can have it only open to friends. Voice chat you can turn on and off. Push to talk, and then revert multiplayer settings to defaults. I've never played multiplayer, but I know some people who have. You can trade items in this game, and also just to let you know, if you do open yourself up to multiplayer, you are opening yourself up to people who are using cheats and things like that. So that's up to you. controller controls, so you can invert the controller Y and X, mouse Y and X. You can change the camera sensitivity, the mouse aim sensitivity, the controller camera and aim and sensitivity. You can swap the control sticks, so your run and aiming can be different. You can remap the controls if you wish to anything really that you really want to. There's all kinds of controls here. You wish to do that, and you can just revert control settings to defaults from here. Accessibility has the aim assist again. It's the exact same thing it is in gameplay. Auto tracking, auto camera tracking, aim on movement stick, rapid hold down, aim, toggle, remember aim, zoom level, reduce auto camera movement, substitute scales, and revert accessibility to settings to default. So all the same things are off in gameplay. It's just this is off in here if you're just looking for something specific. HUD, you can turn various elements on the HUD on and off, so you can just do a full immersion play, no map, no thing telling you how much health or stamina you have or anything. If you wish to, you can also turn off the full screen tutorials here or have them on if you wish. Notifications, mini-map, lock mini-map rotation, so the mini-map will never rotate when you're moving around and turning. Show idle weapons info while not aiming. That's there. Show in-world objective icons, things like that. And then you have on the video, you have your adjust your gamma. You can adjust your field of view to up. I have mine always set at 90. That's what I always set mine to, but I think it's like defaults to like 75, 80 or something like that. Display type, normal stuff. Windows full screen, and windowed only. When you're on Windows full screen, it's always your desktop resolution, of course. VSync you can turn on and off. Motion blur you can turn on and off. I always turn it off. For my games, your default, your advanced video is where you control all your how powerful, like shadows and stuff, the quality of everything. So you can have all that set to whatever you want. I have a pretty powerful computer, so I set it all mine to ultra. Audio, change the volume levels, change the speaker setup. I always use headphones, so I have mine set to headphones. And then help and support has a QR code to access State of Decay on your phone if you wish to, or you can go and enter the URL there at the bottom. And that is the option. Now let's talk about Meagher Valley. Let's go over the map more in depth. Let that load for a second. There we go. Alright, so Meagher Valley. Meagher Valley is one of 5 campaign maps on State of Decay 2 alongside Cascade Hills, Drucker County, Providence Ridge, and Trumbull Valley. Now, you can go over the history if you wish to. We're just going to mainly go over various things and the areas here. Let's take a look at this big map here. So there are a bunch of things here that you should know. Of course, you start out with the house that you do, and it is, if I remember correctly, over here on Turtle Ridge. It's up in this section here. You are like right here along the edge of Turtle Ridge here, where it turns into this road here to go up around to Grover's Bend. So you are starting out right there. If you go over to you go over this way down to here, this should be where the baseball base is. So if you want that, that's the biggest map base on here, and we'll be going over that later. We got Lake Quilica. There's another big deal over here. This is where all the campgrounds are. If you're looking for, you're really looking, you're struggling to get a crossbow on higher difficulties, come down here and check all of this around this whole lake, because this is where all the campground stuff is. Over here in Flowering Flats is a farm, a type of farm base. We'll go over that. And up here is actually where the steel deal is. to make stuff there. This is where the I guess you could say it's the brewery is what it is, the brewery base. Up here is another base. I think it's the police station. I can't remember on that one. And I don't think there's a base over here on this far left side. This is just warehouses and stuff up here, and houses and shops and things down here. Right around in this section here is where your landmark outpost is, and we'll go over that here in just a little bit. And then over here is like a power station that you can go and grab. And somewhere else off in this section, like right in here, I think, is a water tower to get water if you want a water outpost. So here we go. We have the starter base. This is the Clarington base. This is our base here. As you can see, this is this map right here. Shows all the bases along the map and everything if you wish to look. And there's this one down here that's kind of hard to see. I can't really, unfortunately, get... There we go. This right down here is the biggest base, the Whitney Field, and then there's camp. Starter bases in green. We have the brewery here, the farm thing here. I think that's the police station, and there is actually a base over there. I can't remember what that base is then, off the top of my head. So the Clarington House is one of 7 home sites located in Meagher Valley. It is the starter base of the map, located in Turtle Ridge on the eastern part of the map. It has the chef kitchen, as you know, the command center. Every base has a command center, a double bunk room, a master bedroom, 2 times parking, a storage. Everybody has storage, and a trash that is clearable. You have 2 open slots. When you clear the trash, that becomes 3 small outdoor slots. And this is the layout, as you can see right here. When you start, this is the trash you clear up here. You have to repair the bed to get it to work, and you have these 2 small slots, and you have a third once you clear that trash. And then it requires 1 survivor to get it. So this is one of the all the starter bases are great. They give you so many beds and everything. When you go to another place, you're either going to have to make beds, or you're going to have to switch to having outdoor beds in your base, base facilities. So that's your Clark. Then we have County Church. Maybe that's the one I'm misremembering. County Church, yes, that's the one I'm misremembering. It's the one over here on the map. The County Church is one of the 7 home sites located in Meagher Valley. It's a small base of the map located in Appetite Acres on the northeastern part of the map. It comes with these things. So it automatically, as you can see, comes with a sniper tower up in the upper top area. It also has these 2 things to clear out. Once you clear these out, they give you materials. Here is your command center. Here is your storage. It automatically comes with a freezer storage, so you get extra food and med storage. And then you have a 3-car parking and the sniper tower, as I said, up on the other area. And you also get, see, it would be 3 small slots and 1 large slot as your way to give what the number of slots you get in total. So this would be a small upgrade to your starter base. You would actually just be getting 1 large slot to put something in, like a farm, a garden, something where you can just do that. But you lose the kitchen, so you're gonna have to make one of your things a kitchen. You don't have to make a shooting deal, a watchtower to reduce threat. It automatically comes with one. But you are going to have to make a kitchen if you want to make food, if you want to make snacks and things like that. So you would be trading out the kitchen and the starter base to making one, which is not always as good. as the installed ones already at all. Every time. Sometimes they're better, but not all the time. The base is secured by original bar fencing, which got reinforced by wooden panels and such. 2 sparks in the back, which can be blind, but they're too tall for regular Zeds, leaving the gates as the main entry points during sieges. There are 6 of them, 2 in front of the church, a wooden door by the parking spots, and another gate at the northeastern corner, and 2 gates right next to each other on the south. The church has an L shape and surrounds the yard, which has the small outdoor and the large outdoor. Inside the church, you'll find front and rear pews in the nave. These can be cleared, allowing you to build something else in their place. That's the 2 material things. The locker is behind the pulpit. The command center and the community food bank is in the back of the church in 2 separate rooms. There are also restrooms inside the base, however, they are not functional. Usually restrooms or something would give you a morale boost, but they're not functional in this base. There are 3 ladders outside, allowing you to climb up to the roof. Via an additional ladder, you can go up to the watch post, from which your survivors will defend the base. The 3 parking spots are north of the base on the driveway leading to the parking lot behind the base. So, in the watch post, only found in the county church base, it provides the same benefits as a Watchtower 2, minus the daily maintenance passive effect. It can't be demolished. It doesn't have a facility mod slot. It supports 2 armed guards for base defense and reduces our threat level. For this to function, we must have at least 1 survivor equipped with a firearm, or 2 armed survivors with full effect. So it's basically the exact same thing as building a level 2 watchtower. We have a level 1 in our base. This would just be an automatic level 2 that we would not have to build. It also gives us -2 zombie threat and requires ammo and storage. Additional guard, second active guard requires ammo and storage. 1 active guard requires ammo and storage, and it costs 1 ammo per day. So it's basically the same thing. It just comes pre-built into the base. And that's it. So you're basically just transferring things around with this base. But you also get 1 large slot, which you can put any large facility you wish to in that slot. I would recommend, if you're just starting out, food, so a farm or a garden, or you can build anything else really if you wish to. Say you're wanting to do a quick lead electing of a trader. I would not do a builder trader on this outpost, because the special builder thing is to make a large slot sniper tower. It's basically the same thing as a watchtower, but it lets you put 3 people on it, so it's a little bit better. So I would actually put either a sheriff as leader, so you could get a large, you can get their big infirmary hospital thing, and when you have that, you will clear up not needing to build an infirmary in the small slot, so you could put something in the small slot if you wish to at that point. Another deal is the trader, of course, which I feel would be the best. The trader allows you to put in a trading post where you can radio call in various traders for rucksacks and purchase those. Remember, the trader has been nerfed. The trader call in has been nerfed. It is no longer a 30-minute cooldown. It is 45 minutes, so you can only use it twice per day instead of 3 times as you could before. But that's still a great thing to use if you wish to, if you can farm influence, get enough influence to just purchase the rucksacks from the traders, because they do cost influence. You can't just get them for free. Another thing you can do is the warlord. The warlord lets you build the armory. That allows you to make any ammo type without having to have ammo presses in a workshop. I'm not sure. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I think now they did some changes to the armory, and it basically just replaces the workshop. Except for one, there's only 1 item in the workshop you can make that the armory can't make, and it's not a really hard item that you want all times. So it's better to just have an armory, and when you do that, you can remove your workshop. The other thing, of course, is you can build an auto shop. Off the top of my head, an auto shop in the large facility slot. That requires you to have a mechanic with the auto mechanics perk, and that allows you to build the auto shop, and you can do your building your toolkits for cheaper. You can build various other things for your cars, car upgrade kits and things if you wish to. Let's see. Let's go on to another medium base. We're going to be doing the brewing company last, because that's the big thing in it. So, the Maza farm, that will be the next one. That is up here. That's right here, like in the middle of the map. So it's a very nice spot if you do use it as a base. It is a medium base. It is one of the 7 home sites located. It's one of the medium bases following and located in flowering flats alongside the east of the river dividing the valley. 12 facility slots, 6 small outdoors, 4 small indoors, and 2 large slots. Let's take a quick look. So this is your base layout right here. You start with a well already built, so you get water for it's a rain collector, so you get water for your whole base with that. It's already pre-built. Here's your storage. Here's your command center. Here's a bed. So there's already some beds built in. There is a kitchen type area already built in. And there's no clearables, so you don't get anything extra. So you can get 3 small slots, 2 large slots that you can build. The well house is a unique rain collector facility. It provides the same benefits as a rain collector plus distills purified drinking water passive. It gives you staying hydrated, 1 morale, requires water, and purified drinking water plus 3 morale requires water. So there you go. It's a morale thing right there. You also got the crew house, Maza farm. It gives you plus 4 beds and plus 3 morale for sturdy construction. Grain silo storage. It allows you to have 35 storage, all resources, and then plus 50 extra max food storage. So if you want to store a crap ton of food, this is the place to be. We also have the country kitchen. It enacts rationing, prepare a feast, normal things, make items, snacks, nutritious snacks, knowledge of nutrition. Coffee requires water. Energy drink requires water. Knowledge of chemistry and knowledge of cooking. Produces food. Collects seeds. Solar water heating plus 50% kitchen action speed. Requires a solar array. County cookbooks. Gives knowledge of cooking. So if you wish to have somebody learn cooking, you can take them to this kitchen and they will learn cooking from this kitchen. And that is all these stills. We also only have 2 parking spaces, of course, but it's a nice base. Requires 5 survivors and 1,000 influence. The base's open outdoor small and large slots have a passive bonus called fertile soil, providing 30% food per day. So these small and large slots outside, if you put a garden on any of them, a farm on the large slots, I think the farm has to be on a large slot. The garden, I think, can be on a small. You get 30% extra food per day from those, just as a passive effect. This effect is active regardless of what facility you have built in these slots. However, you can only make use of it by growing food using a garden, farm, or hydroponics facility. Because of the effect mentioned above, this base is perfect for stopping off on food before moving to the brewing company in case you want to mass produce ethanol alcohol for trading. The base name is named after Glenn Mazra, who was the showrunner during season 2 of AMC's The Walking Dead, during which the cast was living on a farm for the duration of it. So it's lots of nice trivia and everything in here. Let's go over to Rural Police Station here. Yes. So the rural police station is the one up here. It was a police station, as I was thinking. and it's one of 7 home sites. It's on a medium basis, and it's located in Dover's Bend, which is the northern part of the map. And the thing is, this is the layout of the map. It gives us a command center, of course, extra storage for both ammo and fuel, a gun area here. We'll have to take a look at that. I cannot remember off the top of my head what that is for. Beds and a watchtower is also here built in, and we have 4 parking spaces. We have 1, 2, 3 small slots, 2 large slots, if you wish there. The checkpoint is a unique watchtower facility. Basically, same thing as a watchtower 2, does the same exact thing. The doorless cells is a bed facility, gives you +4 beds, but they're little jail cells, so you suffer -10 morale. Facility actions, comfort upgrade. There is an action you can take with the facility. When you do it, you remove the morale penalty for a little while. Then we have the police armory. It is basically an armory. It allows you to craft some ammunition and throw consumables. It can also produce ammo for a resource stockpile. So you can craft 9mm 45s, 12 gauge shotguns, produces ammo, and you can craft flashbangs and smoke grenades. It is not as good as the Leader Project Armory, but it still allows you to craft some ammo, the most common types of ammo besides 22, which is the most common ammo type. And then we have secure lockers, which, as you can see, just gives us 35 storage to all resources and a +20 extra storage for ammo and fuel on top. And then it has 2 small outdoor slots, 1 small indoor slot, and 2 large slots. So it's a nice place, and it's good if you wish to do something early with deals. It takes 5 survivors, 1,000 hits. And then we have, let's see, Camp Quelka is the next medium base. It's down here at the left next to the lake. It is a 13 facility slots, 4 small outdoor, 7 small indoor, 2 large slots. This is what the layout looks like. We have a couple of clearables. We have this will give you materials. We have this is trash. Don't know if you would get anything out of this. You got another rain collector here. You got a kitchen. You got a command center, storage, beds, and you have a small indoor and 2 large outdoors, and another small indoor slot right there. When you clear this, you'll get another small indoor and another small outdoor for this one here. So in total, you would get 1, 2, 3, 4 indoor and 2 large outdoors, and only 2 parking spaces. If we go to the various things, so we have the bunkhouse. The bunkhouse is unique, built-in, only found in the Camp Quelka base. It provides the same benefits as the barracks, minus the daily magnets, noisy passive effect, can't be demolished or upgraded, accepts sleeping and universal facility mods, and it gives you +4 beds. The cafeteria kitchen, the kitchen built into this place, is and pretty much just a regular kitchen here. You could do a solar water heating, requires a solar array for 50% kitchen action speed. So there is that. Man centers normal, heavy trash, clearable. Old well. The old well is a unique rain collector facility, only found in certain bases. Provide the same benefit as a rain collector, plus distills purified drinking water. So it's just +1 morale and +3. There you go. And then we have 2 parking, a seating area, which is clearable, as you can see, and the storage, which is just a regular storage, nothing special there. Now, the base's center cabin and north cabin slots has a passive bonus. So the center cabin and the northern deal up here has a passive bonus called built-in beds, providing 2 more beds, adding up to 4 beds in total. This effective is active regardless of what facility you have in these slots. So I think it's so the center cabin and the northern cabin, I think it's this one and this one, or it could be this one and this one. They automatically have extra 4 beds, so you actually get 8 beds in total in this base with the 1 beds already built in. So there is that. So it's nice if you want a lot of beds, you have a lot of people. Let's see. Okay, the last one we're going to go over before we do the brewing company is the Whitney Field. This is the hugest base. So this is the biggest base in the Meagher Valley, down here at the bottom, of course. And there is various things you can do with this. This is the layout. Right here. These are the facilities that come pre-built. You have 4 parking spots. You have a storage. You have command center. You have a watchtower, another watchtower. You have the special ability of the base, an announcing system, a bed, a bed, a bed, 2 small slots, 3 large slots. Now, the reason why these are colored different, in case you don't know, on this picture, I haven't really mentioned it yet. I guess I should. If they colored brown, you can destroy whatever is in there and put whatever you want. So these 3 small slots that have these beds in them, you can remove those beds and put whatever you want into them. So it actually has 5 small slots, 3 large slots where you can build anything you want in them. You would just have to remove the beds, which you can do. So the fortified 2 times fortified bleachers, which is 2 watchtower 2s. So this is actually 2 of them. We have outdoor beds, clearable. This gives you +2 beds, -1 morale. And outboard beds 2, which gives you +2 beds, -1 morale. Actually, an outdoor beds and an outdoor beds 2. So you actually get +3 beds, -1 morale, and -1 materials and +1 zombie threat, since it's daily deal. Sheltered beds 2, which is clearable. These gives you 3 beds and a 2 beds actually on this. Oh, this is actually sheltered beds 2, so you actually get 3 beds, -1 material, +1 zombie threat. But you want zombie threat at this base, and I'll tell you why here in a little bit. This is the big thing right here, the announcer box. Now, what you do, it draws in the Zeds. You have to have power, and it gives white noise. So after you can call in a siege whenever you want. It's going to be a maximum siege, though, so you're gonna have to be prepared. And you can just farm sieges to make currency if you wish to. You get a temporary -8 threat reduced by siege effect. You can actually stack the aforementioned effect by summoning sieges one after another. You must wait until your current siege ends, though. Summoning sieges is also a quick and easy way of farming influence, currency. Don't forget to tend to your injured after each siege when needed. So that's basically what the special thing about this is. If you want to fight to make currency, here you go. If you wish to make currency trading, well, this is the base for you. I say this is the best base in the whole game. Not the most customizable, but if you wish to make a currency, a lot of it, this is the base for you. And you can kind of split it up too. I'll go over splitting it up if you wish. So the Squilones Brewing Company, if that's how you pronounce it, I don't know, is one of the 7 home sites located in Meagher Valley. It is the large base of the map. Despite its name, the base is located in Flowering Flats instead of Squilones. So it's up here, next to, right, not too far from the farm. It's a very nice base. So basically this is it right here. This is your layout right here. You get 3 parking spaces. Nice. I've never really worried about having more than 2 parking spaces, but 3 is nice. You get a rain collector, so you get water to your base no matter what. You can activate this, give water to everything. You have 2 steels. One of them is different than the other. We'll go over the differences here in a little bit. A bar thing down here. A storage, a command center, and this thing right here is what is known as a staging area. Now, this is not that important. You can make staging areas whenever you wish to, but what this does is it makes anything you build in your base where it says it would take material to upkeep it. Makes it require no material whatsoever, but you do have to dedicate a large slot to it. And as you can see, it's got a brown border around it, which means you can remove this and get another large slot if you wish to. It has 3 indoor small slots, 2 outdoor small slots, and if you remove the staging area, 2 large outdoor slots. So, what is it you're wishing to do? This is where you make currency, and the way you make currency is with the steel. So we have the craft steel, the primary steel, and the tasting. So the craft steel, found in the brewing company, it provides the steel tools plus a unique one. However, it doesn't allow you to collect water. It also provides your community with knowledge of chemistry. To run a steel, you have to have chemistry or bartending as a quirk skill. But you have to, because that bartending comes with knowledge of chemistry. So this thing, even if you don't have anybody who knows chemistry, this thing can teach a person chemistry. A passive morale bonus and doesn't have daily maintenance. Noisy effect, can't be demolished. Converts food into fuel, ethanol, whiskey, or tasty beer. Convert food into fuel, convert food to ethanol, convert ethanol to whiskey, convert brew craft beer. Brewer's notes, knowledge of chemistry, hop aroma +3 morale. Passive effects. So now you need to know chemistry, and these things can teach you chemistry. One of these, I can't remember if it's this one or one of the other ones. They can teach you chemistry, but you don't need to also, because it says it also provides your community with knowledge of chemistry. So this thing just gives everybody a 6 skill in knowledge of chemistry. So you don't have to have anybody know chemistry to use this stuff. It automatically lets you use it. Now, there's a couple other things in here that you would want to know chemistry for. So you would probably want to have somebody who at least has knowledge of chemistry. But this gives you, and one of the upgrades to knowledge of chemistry. But this just gives everybody chemistry. That means you can just use this without having to have a person know chemistry. And then we have the primary steel. Unique one. However, it doesn't allow you to collect water. Doesn't have the daily maintenance noisy passive effect. Can't be demolished. And it converts food into ethanol. Food into fuel. Food into ethanol. Ethanol to whiskey. And brew craft beer. And purified drinking water +3 morale. So another nice little thing right here. And then we have the tasting room. Is a unique facility found only in the brewing company. While it offers a lot of kitchen actions, it does not count as one. It offers certain facility actions of the workshop and the lounge, provides a passive morale bonus as well, can't be demolished. It can stock the taps, schedule a break, craft Molotovs, and it can make some food. It can't do any rationing or anything like a kitchen can, but it can prepare any of the snacks, energy drinks, coffee, things like that, produce food, and it can enact rationing, sorry. It can enact rationing. It can't do the prepare feast thing, I think it can. And everybody knows your name, you get +3 morale. The facility counts as a bar for survivors receiving a moral bonus from penalty from steals and bars. So, what this does, what this allows you to do, you can make the craft beer. That's basically what brew craft beer. That's basically what you're doing. Now, they just changed a bunch of this, and I'm not sure how this affects the steels here. But you can regularly make your own steel, no problem. And they said they changed the way craft beer and whiskey, they changed the values of currency you get from those to be more in line with each other. Craft beer is still better than whiskey, but it's not so much more better than whiskey anymore. Used to, craft beer was the go-to for sure, but now that whiskey is now that whiskey is not much worse than craft beer in price, it comes down to what do you need to put into whiskey, into craft beer to make those two things, and how long it takes. Nobody's really done the math yet, but I'm thinking I'm going to try and get some information here and see what it is. Most likely craft beer is still going to be better than whiskey, just because brewing craft beer just requires water. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But this is what I wanted. That's one of the things I wanted to test. But also, if you want to make currency, this is the way to do it. Now, there's another thing you can do. You kind of can lean into this. You can kind of really, really heavily lean into this. Get food crafted into ethanol, ethanol into whiskey, or craft beer, which just requires water. So you can lean heavily into that and just do only that. Or you can do another thing with this, and that is med production. So what you do is you need one person with lynchology. You need somebody who can do either gardening or farming, some kind of farming thing, and you do them to make meds, not make other things. I also think you need one person with pharmacology from chemistry, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go check real quick. Works. Skills. Chemistry, I think you need pharmacology. So knowledge of pharmacology. Strong painkillers. That's one of the things you can do. Now, if you have everything correct, where is the thing at? I have to look up, I think. I'm looking for hydroponic. What I want. Go here, search. Hydroponic. Here we go. So this is what you're mainly using. So you need knowledge of utilities. So you don't need let's see. Knowledge of utilities. This is the hydroponics med. Where is... Where's the upgraded thing here? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where the thing is. Okay, this is why you want a herbalism at least and a farm or garden 3 meds. So it all comes together on everything here. So let's say let's just do the farm. So you just make a farm like this. You just need knowledge of gardening, upgrades to farm 2. You can replant to medical herbs and craft vegetables. 2 food plus 2 food per day plus 3 in green zone. Daily maintenance is 1 material. The large outdoor facility, large slot outdoor, and it requires 1 box of seeds and 13. Going to cost 5 material, 3 labor. You can change it to farm meds. You use a replant medical herbs facility action. You need knowledge of gardening. You need 3 boxes of seeds and 2 labor. And it you can boost yields with knowledge of gardening. You upgrade it to farm 2, which gives you plus 3 meds a day. Food, convert to plus food a day. And you crop is herbs, which is 2 plus meds per day. Daily maintenance is -1 materials a day. Farm 2 needs knowledge of gardening. You need water. You need 5 boxes of seeds, 4 labor, 6 materials. Knowledge of gardening to replant to medical herbs, 3 boxes of seed, 2 labor. And you can upgrade straight from a farm meds to a farm 2 meds with knowledge of gardening, water, 5 boxes of seeds, 6 materials, 4 labor. You can get replant back to food, or you can upgrade it. The passive effect is you get plus 2 meds per day. Irrigation rig, boosted production water, and daily maintenance noisy, 1 material minus you cost the material per day and gives you 1 zombie threat. When irrigation rig is active, facility has water access. The effect of crop herbs increases by 50%. Now, farm 3 meds is where you need the knowledge of herbalism. You need a trader leader. You need water. You need 10 boxes of seeds, 14 materials, 4 labor. It will give you, you can boost production when you have water. You have 2 plus meds per day, 1 meds per day with knowledge of herbalism, and daily maintenance is just -1 material. And when the irrigation rig is active, you get a 50% increase in your yields. Now, there's also mods you put in these facilities, which allows you to do that. But also, as I said, that's where you do either a farm or a garden outside to make meds. Use the hydroponic facilities to make more meds. You're just making all the meds. With the hydroponics facilities, you are making power. It needs power and it needs water to beat the irrigation systems. You get 3 meds per day, but you need knowledge of utilities also in addition to your knowledge of gardening or whatever you do, and you need -1 materials per day. So you get 6 meds per day, but with the base, let me see, where is my, here it is. With the base, You use this large outdoors facility slot for the garden or the farm. You use 2 of the indoor facility slots for the hydroponics. You're making 3, 4, 5. I think you're making like 7 or 8 meds per day, if I'm not mistaken. You can also get, if you're lucky, get a person that gives you +1 meds per day. Herbalism also increases it, I think, if you have lentology. They give you, if you have lentology, let's see. Traits. Lynching. E8. And let me go over works here. Where is it? Here it goes. LICHEN. This gives you, if you have somebody who knows lynchology, they give you +2 meds per day. So if you have this will cover your knowledge of herbalism that you need. Now, it doesn't cover the knowledge of gardening. You can do boost yields. Let's see. Let's go to the farm. Farm 3 meds. You need knowledge of agriculture to upgrade to farm 3. Or if you're going straight from meds, you need just knowledge of herbalism, so you don't even knowledge of gardening. But if you're going to make the base deal, a farm does not need the knowledge. You need, but to switch to meds, you do need knowledge of gardening. So you do want somebody with knowledge of gardening, which your herbalism, your lynchology covers. And then you have the garden. Go to the garden. Needs no requirement of gardening, but it does here. But you have gardening with the thing. You go to meds 2, knowledge of gardening, so you're fine there. Meds 3. If you go straight to meds 3, you need knowledge of herbalism. There it is right there. You don't need anything but gardening and herbalism to get this done. Now, gardens, as you can see, does not give you as much as but 1 med plus 1 med on improved production. So that's 2. If we go to a farm, I can't remember if it gives you more or not. 2 meds per day plus another med for improved production, 3 meds per day. So you want a farm, not a garden. You'll want to make a farm instead. So with all of that stuff, you're getting, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's like 9 or 10 meds per day. What you do with that is you make strong painkillers. You just go and make strong painkillers. Every now and then, you can also just make plague cures if you farm enough. If you have a medical practitioner with the, what is it called? Don't want to. I think it's paleontology. We go to medicine here, pathology. That's it, pathology. So if you go to pathology, you get extracts plague samples more often at level 7 or 1 to 6. You just, if you have pathology, you extract it more often. I think it even goes up maybe a little bit once you get to level 7. Can't say for sure. But you'll need utilities and you'll need the lentology. That's why I purchased that book. I just need somebody with utilities, which I can do at any time because I need to go to an outpost and grab power and water or just power because water comes with the base. But I just need to go to the power plant, grab the power plant, make it my outpost, and that can teach any one of my people that I want utilities. And that's how you get utilities for free. Well, not for free. You have to own the power plant, but you can learn utilities from it, basically, without having to read a book if you don't find a book. So, yes, and that gives you the ability to make a lot, and I mean a lot. You can fill multiple cars with strong painkillers. Sell them to the other enclaves. Take all of their cash for yourself. You will make so much currency. You wouldn't, if you get to do it enough, excuse me, you would never run out of strong painkillers. They would run out of money before you would run out of strong painkillers, depending on how many enclaves are on your map. I think you can have up to a maximum of 6 enclaves on your map. I'm not sure. But I can't remember off the top of my head. But that's how you make money. If you wish to just make money. And then on top of that, you can make money from just doing the craft beer. The craft beer and things take longer. The making of the medicine is quicker. But you can do both and get more money. So basically, you'll never run out of things to sell to people, and you'll always make money. And then you can, if you wish to, you can remove this thing up here, the staging area, put in a trade depot, and just call in people to give you things. And if you find just not enough, you just don't have enough of meds coming in, you can purchase meds from the trade person, and I think they have up guaranteed at least 2 bags of meds in them. They could have 3, I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've done this thing, and you're never gonna run out of meds. You're gonna overflow your meds. I recommend, if you're going to do this, to change your storage to focus directly on med storage with the food storage somehow, so you can hold a lot more meds. You're gonna overflow on meds. You can't make the stuff quick enough. You don't have the inventory space except for in your stash, and eventually you're just going to have so much into your stash that it's not worth making more. You'll just overflow it. But that's a currency maker. If you wish to just get a lot of currency so you can buy whatever you want in this game at any time, well, here you go. This is how you make currency. This is the best way so far that people have found to make currency, and it's been in the game for years and years. And they only just recently, like I said, nerfed part of this, and the part was the steals. The rest of it has not been touched. The medicine making has not been touched whatsoever. It does take some setup. You need 2 people at least, one with lynchology, one with medicine, paleontology if you wish to go the plague cure route, and pathology to go the plague cure route, and one utilities, 1 lynchology, and 1 pathology if you wish to do plague cure on top. And that is how you make money in this game. It is the easiest and biggest way to make money in this game. So that is pretty much it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Those 2 things in this video: this options, the settings, and the map, and the best way to make money in the game right now. So I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll come back next time. Hopefully next time we'll have more to talk about. In the meantime, we'll get, I think I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about land outpost and landmark outpost. I will say right off the top, landmark outposts are dependent on what map you're on. There's only 1 landmark outpost per map, and they do different things depending on what map you're on. So it'll be just a quick thing to go over, and we'll just concentrate on our landmark on our map as the main thing. We'll go over that more in depth, but there are landmarks on every map that give you bonuses that require different things. And then we'll talk about outposts, and that's going to probably be one video. That might be a shorter video. And then I'm going to go over all the different facilities that you can make more in depth through the wiki, so we can get like numbers and things like that, so we can go through there. So I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll come back next time with more State of Decay 2, and I'll see you then. Leave comments if you want more information about anything I've talked about so far. Leave a comment. I'll try to go more in depth if I can. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.